I had a boy, love failure, and this boy wanted to commit suicide. I asked him. He says even the invitation cards were printed and the lady ditched. If the lady ditched you, you have so many ladies in this world to choose from. The right one will come when you are ready for marriage. But then I simultaneously treated and I kept treating him fine. And in 2006, I visited Dr. Abdul Kalam, our president, honorable president. I took about 40 children. Most of them were autism recovered children. Put them around as if they were all his children. He is interacting with them. They were taking his pen and playing with them. And one sister, she told me she cannot turn her head. I gave them egg mix. Next day morning, tuck, tuck, tuck on my door. She said, Naina. I was so shocked. Yeah. This is not any jadoo booth. This is real science.
Today's guest is someone who has dedicated more than 2 decades to healing, service, and compassionate care. Her work focuses on helping people manage allergies and chronic health conditions through a natural, non-invasive approach, touching lives across the country. From supporting children with developmental conditions like autism, ADHD, and ADD, to working with underserved communities, her journey is rooted in both science and deep empathy. In this conversation, we explore how alternative healing methods work, the philosophy behind them, and the real impact they are creating in people's lives.
Today, I'm joined by a very special woman, Sister Naina, who's brought NAET to India in 2003. Her work is very effective and has touched many lives. Let's talk to her and get to know her more. Thank you, Sister, for joining me today. So you're a Catholic nun who runs an allergy clinic in Koramangala, which is a very unusual combination. So how would you describe yourself when someone asks, what do you do?
Neha, thank you for calling me here, inviting me here. See, I am a sister of Notre Dame. Basically, it is a worldwide congregation. We are present in 16 countries. We work with people of all types, joyful people. And see, to give you a little background of me, as a sister of Notre Dame or sisters, we get appointments to work in different places. In 1976, before you were born maybe, I was asked to come to Sophia Opportunity School for the special needs children.
Okay.
I came down as a young sister, very young sister, very enthusiastic. When I saw these children, I have never seen a special needs child before. And when I saw these children, oh, there was a child, I still remember, he was leading the assembly for the rest of the children. He had very thick lips, narrow eyes, and he said, Gaga. I didn't understand what it was. But other children responded, Dear God. Huh? And they finished the prayer. And looking at these children, I was so shocked. My God, children are there like this. Poor children, empathy, compassion, sorrow, everything overwhelmed with emotions. Then, few days, I watched these children. Our speech therapist, young lady, working with these children, one child, eyes cockeyed, one this way, one that way, teeth in 8 directions, drooling and nasal mucus, so much. This young lady is sitting with this child and trying to make him make some sounds, speech therapy. And she is wiping his nose, cleaning his fur. I said, my God, this is too much for this woman, young lady. I said, if she can do, I also can do. Yeah. I struggled for an year to make a decision whether I could really dedicate myself to these children. Once I made the decision, I went overboard. I wanted to do anything that is possible to help these children. And children of all types are there, no? Down syndrome, hyperactive, autism. Autism, though we didn't know what to do. And they were running here and there. That is how I started. Over the years, when I worked with these children, my mind used to go, what can we do? What can we do for these children? So in 2001, I went to USA to learn play therapy, cognitive therapy. Then that doctor who took the cognitive therapy, she told me, sister, she also had a child with autism. So she said the children turn autistic with allergies also. Wow. I thought allergies, we can do something. Allergy. I thought it was so simple. I came back with all enthusiasm, called the doctors from Manipal. They came, you can imagine 150 children, we draw blood, watch pandemonium in that house. Okay, but we did. But these people did not give me an answer. What is it? We don't know. They took the blood and went. I didn't get any response from them. Then what I did was I wrote to the sisters. We have sisters of Notre Dame in California. So I asked the sisters if they could find allergen or whatever, to help these children. So one of our sisters, Sister Rosemary, went out looking for, and she went to a clinic and she asked that doctor, where can we get these allergens or whatever to help these children? Then that person, that doctor said, sister, you don't need any medicines. There is a place, NAEG.com, she said, he said, look up that, send her this, and she sent me that website. I went through this website, Nambudripad, and Chris. Chris sounds a Christian name. Nambudripad is a Hindu name. What is, I had no idea about it. But I wrote to Dr. Devi. I wrote, my aim was to help these children if I could join her class. I already had done this clinical psychology and special education also I had done. So I had some idea about all this. Then she said, come. I went. And it's all God's grace that I was sent into a faraway place. Nobody knows what is this. And I went. I sit in the class. And she's talking about muscle response testing. She's testing these people. And I'm watching. I thought, my God, I came here to see this muscle response. Your head goes down, your head goes up. I said, what is this? So I sat there. I watched very closely. I watched Dr. Devi. This mighty man, sometimes she gives one while. The hand, will not raise up. It doesn't move. Sometimes she gives flop. I kept on thinking and I watched and I did. She will send us for practice and this. Oh. Then she told me, you practice. So I went to the Notre Dame convent and I practiced. And one sister, and I gave them egg mix. I had only that and I had taken that arthroscum from them. And I gave this. And she held this. She told me she cannot turn her head. No, got driving and all. She couldn't move her head. I gave this while in her hand and I treated. Then from her throat, I could hear blah, blah, blah sound. I heard. Then she treated, I treated her. She went to bed. Evening it was. So. Next day morning, tuck, tuck, tuck on my door. She said, Naina. No. Wow, I was so shocked.
Yeah.
And it was a clear sign. Okay, this works.
Yes.
This is not any jadoo booth.
Yes.
This is the real science. Real. I really was so surprised that, and another sister, when she held another day, she felt vomiting, nausea and all that. I didn't know what to do. So the next day I went and told Dr. Devi, see this happened. Oh, sister, you should have treated again so that symptom will go. You'll be in jail if you... Oh, be serious. Huh? I don't know. That is the way it was.
So under her training, you still started practicing there only, sister?
No, there because she taught us. I wanted to try it out.
Okay.
Because I had to come back to India. There is nobody who could help me.
Yes.
So I had to practice it
Yes.
there with the sisters.
Yes.
Somebody I did.
Yes.
So, but good results I got.
So how would you describe yourself? A healer? Would you say?
Healer or practitioner of NAET
Yes.
and counseling.
Yes.
All that I do.
Yes.
Whatever is possible to help human beings.
So, like you rightfully mentioned, Abhi, right now, that you were a psychologist working with autistic and disabled children, and the trigger for everything was watching a child cry during the blood test. During
Dress and everything. Oh yeah, their life in the classroom,
Yeah.
wherever you go. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. But they are very affectionate.
Yeah.
Very affectionate. I should say my life was transformed there. I worked with them 30 years. Only 30 years. 30 plus maybe. But it was very transfer. I enjoyed my life. And I had a team of staff.
Yes.
Very dedicated.
Yeah.
Very, nobody showed any face, nothing. They were all, we used to take the children for 1 week excursion. Like that, every year we used to go night camp. No parents. Children and teachers. We used to enjoy.
And what was the problem you were trying to solve when you were working with them?
I was working with them. I wanted to know how best I can bring out these children. Their intelligence. What has happened to their intelligence? Once one boy told me what is in his head is mud. Somebody must have told him what is in the head is mud. So he told me I have mud. So see, it's very, though it's funny for us, it's very saddening to know. No, a child thinks he has mud in the brain. I mean, that is very sad.
Yes.
I should talk a little bit about Dr. Devi here.
Yes.
Dr. Devi, very intelligent woman, very intelligent, very compassionate, and magnanimous. And she herself was very sick with allergies. She said she could freely eat only rice without any reactions, only rice. So she went to there in 1976 and she tried all these methods. She learned acupuncture, chiropractic, medicine, everything. And one day when she came home from studies, she said there was hardly anything in the house. So she put rice for cooking. While cooking, there was some carrot. She started nibbling on the carrot. And she started wheezing immediately. Immediately, she said. Then, since she had learned this acupressure and all that, she did that, and that wheezing went. From there, she took off. Very intelligent woman, very creative, very.
What was it like working under her? Was there anything radical you
It
saw?
was simply a blessing, I should say. It was just a blessing that I got a chance to be with her. She invited me to her house. I stayed with her. Whenever I went to US, I was staying with her, except in the beginning because sisters were far away.
Yes.
So I stayed with her. Very nice. I cannot explain. Very nice person.
And she's still there?
She's still there, but now she is retired. She is not practicing in this at all. Her son is into it. She could have kept this for herself, right? Huh?
Yeah.
But see, she
Parting.
worldwide. It is worldwide. She has trained so many people across the world to practice this. And so many are practicing everywhere for allergies. And when you say allergy, anything that the body doesn't agree with. You can drink milk, I cannot drink milk. Same milk. So my body is reacting. I may get to asthma with the dust. You may not be. You can play anywhere. This is the difference.
Yeah.
And according to Dr. Devi, all these autoimmune disorders, what we say, no, they say the autoimmune.
Yeah.
She says it's all starting with the allergy.
Allergy. Okay.
Something that it is not able to the body, and then it goes on the negative energy. The body is stuck with that energy. The block is there, and the body gets more and more weak, and you become sick, and you don't know what to do, and it becomes a chronic issue.
Yeah.
So that is what, because arthritis and all, it is that only, and emotions. Emotions.
We're going to talk more about it in years. So help us understand this. How does your body get reprogrammed when anyone comes to you? Walk us through what a typical NAET treatment sequence looks like, how systematic it is. Would you like to talk about that?
Yes. When a patient comes, first I will ask them, to tell me about their symptoms, what they are. I just probe and ask questions, and they will tell me. And also, ongoing treatment, I keep on asking questions, and I'll find out. They'll come and tell me also. I take the history. The first thing what we do is, I can show you this, something called BBF, uh, brain body balancing formula. These are all allergens in the glass bottles. This energy also, it is Dr. Devi's brain. That it is all allergens under the sun, including the sun. Everything is there, and every part of the human body, everything is there in the
How do you get these, doctor?
This is they only make it. We get it from them.
Okay.
This is egg mix,
Okay.
which means egg, white egg yolk, tetracycline, feathers, chicken, and albumin. All that is in this together. Mix it is.
Okay.
So like that, calcium, vitamin C, B complex. Those are the main food that we all eat every day.
Yes.
So the next day when a patient comes, I will first check. First, I will clear the brain body balancing formula. That only that I will do the first day. Then I will see the next day when the patient comes, I will check whether the item what is treated is already cleared for. If it is cleared, the hand will not go down.
Yes.
It will stay. The energy disturbance is not there. If there is an energy disturbance with an item, the hand will go. So that way we check next day when they come, I check for egg mix and I will treat that. And I will see the following day or when they come, I will check that clear and go like that. The basic food that is a must, mandatory. I don't proceed before that.
How many days are these sessions? And in a day, how many can you do? How many vials?
It depends upon the person.
Okay.
It all depends upon. Everything is checked on the person's body. I use kinesiological testing.
Okay.
Your own body will indicate what is okay for you, what is not okay for you. God has put everything into our brain. Our body is so complicated. Human beings, you scratch someplace, the brain immediately says, "Oh, it's some the power has God." So that way, the brain identifies, brain corrects it, and once an item is corrected, 100% it's for life. It doesn't affect you later.
Yeah.
Because when you test on the table, now patients will say, "Huh? What happened? What is it?" It is your brain that is working with it.
Yeah.
That way, I clear the basics. Then I also check for the digestive enzymes. Each food group, there are enzymes that will break down the food.
Yes.
So that also I will check and treat. Then go back and check.
Yes.
By the time 2 weeks, I will check and see each item, whether each item is cleared with the digestive enzymes or not. Then I can treat anything what the patient requires. Supposing a person comes with asthma, I will check what is important for that person that day. I will check and treat. Maybe something with vitamin C. We all give lemon juice thinking lemon juice is good. Okay, let me take a lemon juice. What happens if you are allergic to a lemon juice? You get so much of phlegm and all that. No? So that we can't say what we are allergic to. We have to check, find out.
Yes. And that day they can't have that item.
That item. Once I treat them, I will tell them to stay away from it for 24 to 25 hours. Why 24 hours? We have meridians in our system. According to traditional Chinese medicine, we have meridians, the energy pathways in our body, which carries energy. Our body is energy. Everything in the world is also energy.
Correct.
And it takes 24 hours, 2 hours for each meridian. So 24 hours, 12 meridians, 24 hours. In that time, the brain is correcting each meridian with that item. And it clears. That is way. Next day when they come, it has cleared most of the time. Unless they are anaphylactic or very chronic issue, something like that. Then I also tell them how many hours to stay away from that. Always it is not 24 hours. Some patients, rarely less enough. Some patients more.
Okay.
That we check. Mostly it is 25.
So if they're chronic, sister, then you'll take longer time
it
to.
may take a longer time. And if they have a lot of this anaphylactic, IgE mediated, I ask them to do a blood test. So that
No blood, no needles. In a world where we're all obsessed with lab reports and diagnostic scans, how do you convince a septic that a muscle response tells you what their blood doesn't?
I have tested so many patients, thousands of patients I have tested. One patient particularly came there with a friend. This patient had some white patch in the mouth. And the friend told me, this particular person didn't know. She told me there's a white patch. I didn't open the mouth also. White patch, can you check? I checked, I found it is cancer. So how to tell the patient? So I told her, take him for a test and see. Of course, they did the blood test, confirmed, though the patient didn't want to believe. But it was confirmed. And I treated also. Patients, cancer, it will take little time. The relations, you think they will spare them. Oh, what are you doing? Dhadu Budhi, you are no medicine, you go this way, that. It's very frightening. To get that end result with the cancer patients, but towards the end, they will also give up hope because bombarded with the suggestions. So they will go that way. And also, when you see the patients themselves, when they take the test, they themselves know, oh, this way, that way. Just the other day, one lady, sister, what is happening? What is happening? I said, this is it. I showed my energy, her energy, the other person's energy, everything different. And we are treated, so it is, the hand will not move, it is going. So she understood. That way it is easy to convince people. That part is very easy to convince. And I tell them it is the brain that is detecting.
Yes. So one has to be there in person to actually see and see the results.
Yes, so they have, yes.
So after, you explained to me this 24 hours. You treat everything from classic seasonal allergies to arthritis, depression, thyroid, migraines through NAET. A septic would say those can't be all allergies. So how do you explain that NAET view that most health conditions that aren't caused by injury are at root allergy based? How do you convince
Allergy,
that?
as I said, it is anything that disturbs you.
Yes,
It
body.
disturbs your body,
Yes.
which has to be corrected.
Yes.
So I tell them, jump into this. Take your treatment and see for yourself.
Yes.
And they get convinced.
Yes.
The other day, I had a patient with migraine.
Yes.
He told me after he plays sports, he plays whatever game, after 2-3 hours, he gets a severe migraine. Severe migraine. So he came with the mind, that what is this sister going to do?
Yeah.
Very skeptical about this. And I treated, and when I treated the emotions and vagus nerve and parasympathetic system, when I treated, completely gone. Now he can play any length of time without getting a migraine.
Wow.
So he has to believe, right?
Yes.
So now he is telling other patients who have severe cases, you go there, this happened to me.
Yes.
That is the way the patients come, word of mouth.
And even sinus, everything can be treated.
Sinus pollen, Bangalore is very bad.
Yes.
Pollens, of course, the basic food. First, basic 15, 16 food items that we eat, that we treat mandatory for everybody. Otherwise, we will check what exactly is causing this sinusitis. Most people, dust is there, pollen is there, cold weather. They drink something cold, immediately they get a blocked nose, phlegm, and all that they get. So that we have to treat, and they get convinced.
Yes.
Yes, it goes permanently,
Yes. And how long does it take, sister? Like this person, sports person who had a migraine, how long did you treat?
And must have come for about 9 or 10 days.
Okay.
Now he's coming. I treated emotions. He wants to come. And he wants to treat the rest also. You can stay healthy for all your life,
Yes.
You won't get all kinds of diseases.
Yes. And medicine free also.
No medicines.
Yeah. So, what simple environmental changes do you ask them to make alongside the treatment?
Once I treat them,
Yes.
I tell them for 24 hours, you wear a mask
Oh.
or don't touch those things. I tell them to clean the house and come.
Yes.
But our Indian
Yes.
does it, So mold, fungus and all to stay away. I tell them wear a mask, wear gloves or do the points every 2 hours. Because every 2 hours meridian changes.
Yes.
So we tell them to do the points every 2 hours. Yeah.
So, the nervous system also stores stress, trauma, anxiety, chronic worry. And we know these can cause terrible allergic conditions. So, have you seen cases where the allergy was clearly triggered or worsened by emotional stress?
Yes. So many cases.
And does NAET help really in them?
Yes,
Okay.
100% it helps. Actually, I enjoy clearing emotions and you see a drastic changing. Drastic change.
Yeah.
People
I've
with
experienced
severe
it myself.
depression.
Yes.
And I had a boy, love failure, and this boy wanted to commit suicide. So the parents, they were taking turn to sit with him. They were scared to leave him, even to go to the toilet. They were sitting with him, staying. Don't close the door, stay there because they didn't know whether he will do. These both the parents came with him and okay. So initially I spoke to him. I asked him. He says even the invitation cards were printed and the lady ditched. Mm. So I said, if the lady ditched you, which means that lady is rejecting you. You have so many ladies in this world to choose from. The right one will come when you are ready for marriage. Why are you bothered about one lady? And she ditched. They were in love for 7 years. So I said, why? But then I simultaneously treated and I kept treating him. Fine. Towards the end, he said, oh, no problem. See, he very happy. Another case, two men brought a third man to the clinic. He was attempting suicide. So they brought him. When he came, bulging eyes and red eyes, anger and depression in him. And I made him sit. And casually, I spoke to him. They were also there. I spoke to him. Then I did that brain body balancing and I made him sit. And then I treated for depression and anger. And I had to try. I couldn't send him home then because he's very aggressive.
Yeah.
And then he broke out, cried. He sat there, cried, cried, cried. Then he told me, I will not commit suicide.
And I can
So
even,
nice to,
yes. And I think even with my son, it's worked very well. So I know that it really is truthful.
very well. And the children with hyperactivity, wow, you have to really work with them.
Yeah.
And there's so much of hyperactivity is because of the sugar, the food, that is
Yes.
the food habits what they have, food additives and chemicals. We are on a chemical bomb actually,
Yeah.
Everything is chemicals, added with the chemicals. And the media is all targeting children because they will ask for that food.
Yes.
So it's very, we have to educate the
Yes.
mass.
Yes. So you've really worked a lot with autistic and ADHD and ADD for over 2 decades, like you mentioned. What has NAT shown you about the link between allergies and autism that conventional medicine is, only not even acknowledging this? And what have been the most significant results with children
Children
that you worked with?
treated many children.
Yes.
When I came back after learning first time, I treated children with disabilities,
Yes.
all of them, because they all have some infections or something. Okay, they all started improving.
Okay.
These autism children also, when we treated, you could gradually see that they were calming down,
Yes.
calm down. And then their hyperactivity is gone. Once hyperactivity is gone, you can get some attention from them.
Yes.
So I had children, I had a boy, he was 3 years. No eye contact, nothing, no connection with the human beings. And first time he said the word Amma in the clinic. The parents were overjoyed.
Yeah.
Amma when he said. And that boy became, he could compare for the program read stories, everything.
Wow.
And now he is not here. He has gone to another country.
Yes.
But see, most children. And in 2006, I took about 40 children for excursion. Plus, I visited a doctor, our late Abdul, Abdul Kalam, our
Yes.
president,
Yes.
honorable president.
Yes.
Most of them were autism recovered children. They could communicate, good eye contact, and everything. And they could ask questions to him, and he put them around. Huh? Put them around as if they were all his children. He is interacting with them. They were taking his pen and playing them.
Yes.
And these children were so well behaved. Well behaved. Dr. Abdul Kalam was too good.
Mhm.
Too good a human being with our children. My God.
And I've seen that you've been so patient with them and so accepting of who
Yeah.
they are. I mean, most people are so judgmental, I would say, but I've personally seen you how.
Yeah, I love those children. It's very rewarding to work with those children.
And you also treated HIV, AIDS affected children in orphanages and children in Bangalore, some communities.
No, I went to an orphanage.
Yes.
About 100 children, different age levels.
Mhm.
Why I went was, if we could work with the special children, special needs children, and they are improving, why can't we work with these children and see whether they can improve?
Yes.
So I took a leap. I said, let me go and see. When I saw them first, it's very repulsive because ear infection, skin infection, spotting belly, diarrhea, everything what you could think of, they had. And one sting, that children, so many children. First, couple of my sisters said, do you want to really try? I said, let me try. What is that? I worked with them for 10 years. Very good results. The viruses what enters in our body, they will be dormant. Completely they may not go. When our immune system is way low,
Yeah.
they may show up the head. But the skin's cleared, ear infections cleared, diarrhea stopped. Children became so cute. I was so amazed.
Yes.
Recently, one of those children whom I treated, she was 2 years when I was treating her. She had this virus in her. Then when we treated, that virus did not show. And the two couple they adopted this child. And now she was 15 or 16 when she came to our center. The father brought for some little thing. And then he came and told me in my ears, if maybe you will remember. And I said, from where? He said, see, she was in the orphanage. From where you are going? I picked her up. Then I got the connection that her face, it was,
Yes.
yes, it was such a joy to see.
Yes.
And all those children got admissions in the public schools,
Wow.
all of them.
Very nice.
No, I have not gone. I treated them from 2005 to 15. It is too far from Koramangala to Hennur. It's very far. And our traffic, you won't allow it to play also. Since I have clinic here, now we are doing the whole day.
Yes.
So I am not going there.
Okay. So you've a global study on NAET and autism has been published and recognized. Can you tell us about that study, what it measured, what it found, and what it means for the credibility of NAET going forward, and what did that recognition mean
That
to?
was the global study was children autism. There are certain criteria with the children with allergies, may not be children with IgE, that takes time.
Yeah.
Intolerances, and they were all measured and did work with the basic food and measure every day the improvements that these children make.
Yes.
That is the study. But few studies are not enough to really to publish to the entire world.
Okay.
You need to study. And I wanted to do a study also with this autism children to join, but these migrating people, they will agree. Then when they see the difference in the children, they take the children and go. So we don't get to see the last minute. That's really sad. I had another child, he no words or anything. He was very hyperactive and very, got transferred to Delhi. But I think he improved a lot. Improved a lot. And the certain days when we treated the certain allergies, he would break out into hives or he will scream, yell. The reaction. I recognized the reactions and I treated and sent. So the child was okay when the child went. But in the clinic, the child was screaming and certain allergies. So that it is affecting the, it is working in the child. The parents were so happy. And he even asked for us now. But I think they will come back. They are trying to get a transfer back to India. Back to my world.
You've been practicing since 2003 and train other health professionals also.
I was training,
Yeah.
but now after the COVID, it's all made into online training from US only.
Okay.
They have it online, NAET.com.
Okay.
They have all the whatever qualifications are needed. It is put there that it's globally trained there only. It is not.
So we are living in this era where Ozempic, glucose monitors, AI health apps, medicine. They're all very high tech things. Where does a technique rooted in ancient Chinese medicine fit in this world?
To say those medicines they give for actually diabetics.
Yes.
And they also are giving it for weight loss, I think.
Yes.
But I don't think that will give you lasting results. Because if you want lasting results, it is not just taking a pill.
Yes.
The whole entire system has to change.
Yes.
Entire system. When you have so many allergies, those allergies when you eat, instead of giving you energy, sometimes they turn into toxins and it's in the body and your body bloats. As you know, so much of water retention and all that. So I would say NAET the best. NAET is the best. Weight loss, you treat the allergies for the food that you are eating or the environmentals, what is causing the obesity. Then you treat that and it is lifelong. Yeah, it is. That's the way it should be done.
Yes, absolutely. Also, a lot of Indians are now obsessed with gut health, microbiome testing, food intolerances, oat milk in our coffee, gluten free everything. Is this real awareness or are we sometimes just rebelling what NAT was already testing 20 years ago?
Rebelling, gut health is very important.
Yes.
If you are allergic to the food that you are eating, your gut health is gone, like IBS. No? They get, and plus added to stress also. And see, if you take oat milk, supposing I am allergic to oat milk, what do you do?
Oh, yeah.
And they say lemon and honey. If you are allergic to lemon and honey, what do you do? And that is the way. So if you treat these items,
Yes.
and it's for life.
Yes. Then we can take all of this.
Yes, it is for life. You don't have to do every day. You can come once a week, twice a week, or you at your convenience you can come and clear. But the basics are over. It's really good that you can continue. That's what if you are allergic to the item what they give, some medicines people they get. If they are allergic to the medicine, they are going to add more problems to their body.
Yeah, great. So social media is full of natural allergy remedies. Eat a spoonful of honey, like you were saying. Diffuse lavender oil. Run a air purifier, humidifier, steam your face. So many audience also. The audience swears by all of this. As someone who has spent 23 years treating the root cause of allergies, what do you actually think of them? Do they work or they are just fooling?
Their work means to see so much is in social media now. You take this, this is gone. Magic. This is not a magic. Actually, that may help. That may help. But as I said, if they are allergic to honey has pollen, right?
Yes.
Pollen, sugar, everything is there. So if you are allergic to that honey is going to give you more harm. Everything, whatever. If the allergy is there, that is not going to help you. If you are not allergic to it, it may help. It may help. I can't say. Some people say, no, it helps. But it is not, as the media shows, it is not. It is not. But for face, you steam the face, you apply this, you apply that. The shine was from what it has to come from within. That is why the allergies you must remove, or I would say, whatever is not okay for you, make it okay for you
Yes.
and lead a reasonable life.
Yeah.
So then you don't get
Yeah.
this. The face will shine automatically.
Yes. Also, there's a growing school of thought that I mean, raising a generation where children, because of allergies, they're asked to stay indoors, hyper clean environments, sanitize, stay away from mud, pollen, dust, microbes. That the Does the immune system actually need all this early? I mean, does that affect the immune system? What are your thoughts?
Actually, if
Yeah.
you ask me, I will send the children out. Enjoy your life. Play with mud, play with water, play with your friends, go to the river, do everything. Just think of the construction workers' children. How they grow up.
Yeah.
They don't have running nose, they don't have stomach fail, they don't have anything. They are enjoying their life. They are in that mud
Yes.
all the time. No?
Yes.
And they are in the outdoors.
Correct.
They have a cradle hang on a tree. Hang on a tree, they are put in that. They are growing up without much problem.
Yeah.
All these diseases, high-end diseases are all in the urban, I wouldn't say, but it is there.
Yeah.
Now the children don't go out to play. Mobile. Yeah. This mobile, children sitting with mobile and going like this, we have the vagus nerve. It gets affected. The vagus nerve with the wandering nerve, it goes all over the, our gut, all the organs it connects. It gets jammed,
Yes.
So that it all affects, but if to feed the children, they give mobile. That what to do? The society. We can only tell them.
Yes.
They follow. It's good for them.
Yes. So you also just
When we were growing up, holiday time, we were out in the field, in the river.
Yeah.
We climbed the trees, got fruits, or dug sweet potatoes, washed, ate. All that we did. We did not get any sickness. We were not sick. I don't remember getting sick at all either. So I would say children should be, but where? In urban area, no place for them. They should be sent to the gardens where they can play.
Also, there are a lot of breathing problems and asthma. What was the root cause of these allergies?
I would say asthma also is it is so much of food allergies, environmental allergies. As I said, physical agents, heat, cold. Bangalore is on a height. That's only for Bangalore, other places. People are allergic to the height also because there is less oxygen. So all that, when there is rain, the cloud, some people are allergic to the cloud. There is less oxygen in the air. So that also affects. And the cold, they drink cold water, cold curd, yogurt. No, they put it in the fridge and take it straight away and eat, which is not good. And keeping food in the refrigerator and eat that cold, and so much bacteria grows there, fungus grows there, mold grows there. We don't realize. And take it out and heat it and eat, the leftover again goes back to the fridge. Not healthy at all.
I'm thinking. There was a Dr. Martin, he's a holistic functional medicine doctor. He argues that allergies are deeply connected to liver health and gut microbiome. So not just the immune system in isolation. Does NAT follow philosophy align with that?
Yes.
Yes.
He talks about all different various allergies.
Yes.
He also goes in line with us, that
Yes.
protecting. And that is because I would say not only the liver, all organs get affected, including our brain health gets affected with allergies.
So intestines, everything you see.
Yes. Gut and brain, or serotonin, dopamine, all that is made in the gut.
Yes.
We take medicine, people take medicine,
Yeah.
and it goes to the gut only,
Yes.
just from there only it goes. You get a headache, you take medicine, it goes into that. And so it is there, it's strong connection is there.
What about Ayurveda? Do you think so? Ayurveda also has this thing about Pitta dosha,
Yeah.
Agni, strengthen Agni. So even NAT works on energy meridians. So do you see a common thread there?
Yes, there is common.
Mm.
Only thing I would say again, if take Ayurveda, but get first treated with
Allergies.
allergy,
Yeah.
so that there is no allergy.
Yes.
You get the benefit of the medicine what
Yes.
you are taking.
Yes.
Ayurveda is good. It's a traditional thing. Only thing it takes time.
Yes.
And if you are allergic to the medicines what you are taking, whatever they give, it may not to help you, but it will help. Even homeopathy. Some people are allergic to the homeopathy medicine also.
Yeah.
So
First to you, and then they can follow all of this. Practitioners across Ayurveda, functional medicine, holistic health all seem to converge on a few common strategies, like rich foods like onion, berries, bromelian from pineapple, probiotics, vitamin C, nettle tea. So, what do you think of these? Does it work? Can all this work alongside NAT?
yeah, first get it treated.
Okay, and
Then
then
they will all work for you. Otherwise, this tea, that tea, it may not be
Yes.
working for you.
Yes.
If you get it treated,
yes.
and then you can have.
Okay.
No.
So, NAT is not formally recognized by mainstream medical institutions. So, how do you respond to physicians and doctors who say this is not evidence based medicine?
I have many doctors who come on to. So I will tell them, come and get treated. And test for yourself.
Yes.
You will know whether it helps or it doesn't help.
Sure.
So that is the only way to prove because there is no medicine.
Have you managed to change anyone who's been any doctor who's.
Yeah, many doctors have taken treatment. Yes. Even now I have a couple of them. Yeah.
So, you're a nun, a scientist of sorts, a teacher, a healer. How do you hold all of this together? Is there a spiritual philosophy that you follow?
Spiritual and physical, everything is there. See, I am not a name sister,
Yes.
a sister.
Yes.
Okay. I feel I am free from most everything. I am not attached to uh, name, fame, power, nothing. I'm not attached to any of these things. I'm internally very free.
Yes.
Therefore, I can spend all my time for the service.
Yeah.
And my religious life and my ministry, they go hand in hand. And, it's a joy. It's a joy to work with. When you see people getting well, people, those who come to the clinic, have gone to all modalities, all schools of medicine. Then they come when they fail. 25 years of eczema and all that, asthma. Now, I think one person is going to come from North India someplace. The son is taking the treatment, so he wants to bring 38 years of asthma. So I said, bring, we can clear. It will get cleared. Only they don't just run away after a few treatments. You stay, get treated. That is the word. It is. And so it is not separate. I enjoy my work. I enjoyed my work with the special children. And I am enjoying my work with them. Seeing patients getting well is a good reward.
Yes, absolutely. And everything your clinic earn goes to
I used to use it for the HIV children when I was working with them. Now what we are doing is we are selecting children who cannot pay their fees in the school. So no child should go without education. The sisters were telling me some parents, single parents, one have died or cancer,
Yes.
and those children who cannot afford, we are helping the children to get educated.
That's wonderful.
It is really very rewarding, very nice to get that. And also we help the senior citizens, who need help.
Yes.
We will help. Education is the main thing now. We spend the whole thing for education.
Okay. So, if someone listening today has been suffering from a chronic allergy or condition that conventional medicines hasn't resolved, what would you want them to know? And if they want to come to you, how do they reach your clinic?
They can come to naetindia.co.in.
Okay.
They can go to that website.
Yes.
And we have the phone numbers 9482834283.
Yeah.
That you can make appointments. You can also WhatsApp 944875393. That also connects us.
Okay.
You can come.
Yes. And if you could treat one condition in India that is completely under recognized as allergy related, one thing that would shock our audience, what would it be?
I would love to treat, first of all, emotional problems of children. Emotional problems of children. I I believe so many children suffer from emotional, the blocked emotions. They are not expressed. These days, value education and all is not recognized. And children need some values in life and how they will grow up. That, but there are children who are abused, children, all kinds of problems with the children. Suicidal cases are increasing. They don't get the expected marks. Oh, that is the end. I would like very much to treat the younger generation, school going children, one summer when they don't go out, stay and treat all this. One summer is enough. Treat all this, go back to school. They will be mostly disease free and they will enjoy their life. And if they get, once the basics are done, supposing they get viral fever. What do you know, viral fever? I did COVID.
Oh,
Shocking, no?
yeah.
COVID, my own patients who were, they understood that they know the treatment. So they asked me, yes, what was this thing? Only saliva. Their saliva, I told them to bring the saliva, first saliva, because that is long lasting. Saliva in a glass bottle. Why glass bottle? Glass is porous. So you get the energy in the hand. So I treated in 5 days, COVID was gone.
Wow.
D-dimer, to bring a D-dimer down, that also I used with we have blood samples and this, and I treated. And I remember when we had this chikungunya. You remember one?
Yes.
Okay. One time I was at home. My youngest brother came down with it. He had a severe headache, very high fever, 104. He couldn't put his feet down. I had nothing with me, but I knew the technique. When I checked whether I should take him to the hospital, his body said no need. Viral, right? So I took his urine. I had nothing with me. I collected his urine and I treated him 2 days. Got up.
Wow.
Now for the high fever, I just put the wet cloth
Yeah.
on his forehead. And I sat with him and I treated him like practically because I had nothing. And everybody else telling me, take him to doctor, take him to doctor. I had to stand on my own. I had to stand my foot. So I stayed in his room. I did not get. Stayed in his room. I treated him, brought him out, and no side effects.
Wow, yes.
No side effects.
Of course.
And those whom I treated for COVID also, I wanted to treat patients COVID time, but I tried. I didn't get permission. They will think, oh, what am I doing without medicine? That is the thing. But it's really, really, it will work and you will stay healthy.
Yes.
That people have to understand. Not after 2-3 days. After 2 days, they will ask, how many? How many? No. It's not how many. It is, you may have so many allergies. We have to treat them one by one, get rid of the allergies. You will stay healthy for your life. Very interesting.
Thank you so much. It was so fascinating. And I love the energy you carry, sister. Thank you very much.
It is really very interesting. I enjoy my work.
Sister Naina's journey reminds us that healing is not only about medicine, it is also about compassion, patience, and the willingness to look at health in a more holistic way. Through her work with NAET and her commitment to serving children and communities in need, she continues to bridge science, alternative healing, and service. Thank you, Sister Naina, for sharing your inspiring journey with us. And thank you for listening to Expressions Podcast.